chair of the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee, I can attest to the fact that this path to fiscal recovery has not been an easy one. Nonetheless, in FY17, we approved a course correction budget that prioritized our school system's growing needs, a system that has added over 20,000 students with great needs since 2007. For FY18, we have taken a balanced approach and have adhered to our adopted fiscal policies and responsible spending affordability guidelines. We were able to fully fund our public employee unions' negotiated agreements, which is very important. We have strengthened our safety net by funding and adding additional staff capacity to programs and nonprofits that help those who need it most. Over $3 million, for example, in community grants, an additional $8 million for HHS, including $600,146 to restore the county executive's nonprofit contracts reduction and increasing county contracts with eligible nonprofits by 2%. We continue to address the opportunity gap that leads to an academic achievement gap by funding programs that support children and youth, recreation, and expanding accessible, affordable, high-quality early care and education programs, as well as after-school programs. We funded an additional 40 slots in Centronia. We converted to full-time 10 additional Head Start classrooms, invested $2 million in reducing the Working Parents Assistance Subsidy waitlist for 0 to 5-year-old children. We added additional funds for the Care for Kids program, Montgomery Cares. We added 2 additional sites for safe spaces for our positive youth development activities for vulnerable youth, and we increased after-school activities at 3 additional elementary schools. This budget also protects our neighborhoods by increasing the number of police officers in targeted areas, such as Wheaton. I proposed and was able to secure funding for 3 additional officers with the support of my colleagues. This council has always been fully committed to our transportation priorities, which is why we added funding for key transportation services and infrastructure projects along Route 29. I'm extremely pleased that the council added $1 million to the Public Election Fund to support clean elections. This brings the total fund to $11 million as recommended by the Citizens Commissions to recommend funding for the Public Election Fund. It's gratifying to know that our program has become a model for other jurisdictions in Maryland. We continue to support our economic development efforts as well as our workforce development initiatives. On this note, I led the effort to include $200,000 in initial funds to fund our Bill 6-12, our Small Business Assistance Program, which will send a strong signal to businesses owners in Wheaton that the county is prepared to respond as we embark in this amazing revitalization project. I was proud of the support to add a position to provide additional capacity within the Department of Finance as well to carry out the duties specified in this bill. Budgets are about tough choices, but they're also a reflection of our values and who we are as a society. As a community, we are making investments today that will ensure a brighter future for all our residents. I really want to thank the 5th floor staff led by Mr. Farber for their outstanding work ethic and commitment to giving the council the best analysis available for us to make informed decisions. I want to thank all of our outstanding public employees. Their service and dedication is what makes this county an amazing place to live, work, and play. I want to thank our county executive because he did send us a responsible budget that we could work with. Special thanks to Council President Roger Berliner for his steady leadership during this process and for the tone of collaboration. It was truly, truly amazing. It was one of the easiest budgets I've had to deal with since I joined the council, actually. My husband was wondering, like, why I was so calm. It's thanks to you. I do want to also thank my colleagues, and in particular my GO committee members, Councilmember Katz and Councilmember Reamer for their diligent work in advancing all of our priorities. Of course, my own staff, who's done an extraordinary job, my Chief of Staff, Berta Flores, Alexis Reed, Craig Wilson, and Maida Cruz for keeping everything together in District 4 and keeping me sane. And finally, and most importantly, I want to thank our constituents for their trust, their extensive feedback, and the daily contributions that they make to this great county. Thank you.